green. There's also an indicator in here. If you look at this picture, and you don't have to come over here, Anthony, it's fine. But if you look at the picture, you'll see that they're using a swab. So one of these, and they're also using this mirror. Okay, I'll talk about that in just a second. We're going to go into the machine here in just a second. The next thing is to check the optical cassette, and then check the powder level, which is that right there. So let's go ahead and open this up. Do that by sliding this over here. And what I'm going to do next is take out the optical cassette. So what I usually do is push up on this, turn it a little bit, just gently let it come down. Don't just let it fall down. You're going to grab the optical cassette and push up. You're not going to see this, but it's pretty straightforward. Again, this is why we want to be wearing gloves. Okay, so I've got the optical cassette out. If I look at the glass here, I want to make sure there's no streaks, make sure there's no dust. This one especially, because this is where the IR sensor is. What you may see over time is you may see clouding of this, and if it gets too hard to clean with ethanol, only use the ethanol on here. You can use some of the Alkanox to take that haze off. Now, if the seal here starts to deteriorate, if you start seeing glue or anything around the edges of the glass, it's time to replace this. Okay, so you don't want to mess around with this guy. I would say that a lot of the quality issues that I've seen in the field have to do with not maintaining this guy. So I'm going to put this up here for a second and go back to what I was talking about with this optical sensor here, or excuse me, with the IR sensor. If you have this little flexible mirror comes with the printer, you're going to turn the light on and you're going to look up inside here. You want to look at the cone where that IR sensor goes down. You want to look inside that cone and make sure there isn't a lot of buildup in there. If there is, use this guy with some ethanol and you can get up in there and clean that out. Very critical that that stays clean and unimpeded. That's another one that I would say I've seen too many people kind of ignoring. It doesn't seem to be as much of a problem with nylon 12. I've seen it be an issue with other materials. All right, so we're going to put this back in here. Fortunately, this side up, can't screw it up. I'm going to go ahead and put this in. I mean, I guess you could screw it up if you don't read, but hey. So there it goes. It'll slide up and then kind of go into a groove. You'll be able to tell that it's in place. Then push this up in here and turn like that. Now we're good to go. Okay, so that is the basic things to look for just when you start to print. Again, that's just when you start to print. You can do that maintenance if you're not going to print, and if you do it before you start to print, you can certainly confirm this. You don't have to do it again, right? But again, it's always good to do that just before you print. Okay, once I confirm, I'm not going to confirm this here because if I do that, it's going to go into prime mode, which will move the motors and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm just going to cancel that. All right, so that is the first thing to look at when you're doing this. Again, keeping a look at the items in the maintenance menu,